Hello traders, I really don't want you to miss the opportunity to find out how I increased my deposit from $500 up to $2,000 following a reliable strategy from one famous Wall Street trader. In this video, I'm going to explain each tiny step in detail and share the knowledge you can use to repeat my success. My dear friends, hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna accelerate the deposit with a strategy of one of the most successful Wall Street traders out there. I have a whole separate video dedicated to their success, but in this particular video, we're gonna try and increase our deposit starting with as little as $500 up to perhaps several grand. Following exactly this amazing strategy, I'm gonna explain the gist of the strategy in precise detail. We will apply it in practice, and I will share a few helpful advices for beginners who can easily apply the fresh knowledge in action and significantly increase their chances for a large number of profitable deals. Basically, this strategy is pretty classical, but there's a number of certain, peculiarities, so make sure to watch this video until the end because some of the important nuances are never to get overlooked. So, as we speak, I have the first deal opened already. Today we're going to be using two indicators, two moving average lines. Their settings aren't really ordinary, so let's wait like 5 seconds until this deal closes and I'ma explain what's up. So, we are getting our net profit. Wonderful. We're opening the indicators section and clicking the moving average indicator twice. The first indicator's period is 11 and the indicator's type should be switched to EMA. It's very important. Keep that in mind. So we can make this line a bit bolder or simply switch the color to white. For instance, the second indicator's period is 56. The type should be switched to EMA just as well. It's necessary. Keep that in mind, please. Let's make this one red and much bolder. Let me do it real quick. So this way we get that we've applied one fast indicator and one slow indicator. When the indicators cross, it's some kind of a signal to enter the market. Of course, we might as well just use the red line as an area of support or resistance the chart might bounce off of. But today we're going to be primarily trading according to intersections. So what do we got? There's one major difference about this strategy. If you watched my video about the success of the trader who built an incredible wealth, you are probably aware of the strategy's primary peculiarity, which is only trading upwards. Basically, this strategy works for both short and long-term positions, both downwards and upwards. However, it only ever shows especially terrific results for upward positions. It's just a specialty that has been tested and proved by decades of Edward coded success and experience. So probably the most successful Wall Street trader throughout the entire history. We can feel free to use it on binary options just as well, with certain, adjustments though, obviously. So I placed several trades while I was yapping. I had to make a few additional deals at the red border because I'm well aware it has a pretty large period and overall it's quite a serious line the price has reacted to multiple times, so we can place trades at that point. And I only did it because the first deal in this series lost, so we had to cover for it real quick. Basically, now we're just covering the previous loss. I hope we won't have to do it anymore later on. Let's look for a signal that will be, solely formed by an intersection of the red and white lines. Meanwhile, make sure that the white line crosses the red one upwards. That's very important. I hope it's clear. Keep that in mind. And, so we're looking for cases. Let me see what we got. So, this case doesn't suit us in any way, shape, or form. It's a sideways motion. We aren't going to get truly valid signals here. We need a long falling motion, just like, this one, for instance, that's about to morph into a rising one. Something along the lines of a trend change, because that's a what our forecast is for, So guys, I think we found a pretty fascinating deal. There is a long fall in motion that should absolutely be followed by a rising one. So today we work with the trend change. As we see, the chart has already tried to change the trend, but didn't succeed to rise further and fell even more. But I think we can try and take the risk now. So one more important thing, since we predict the long-term downtrend will change into a long-term uptrend, there is no guarantee the candle that will follow the intersection will be green. We do understand the price will rise at some point, but when would that happen and how many candles it would take, we can't really tell. So ideally, if you use the 1 minute time frame for analysis, you gotta use at least 5 minutes as your deal's expiration time, because I sure did get lucky this time, and in the previous case the market legit started rising right away, but it doesn't mean that will be consistently and always be the case. So S15 or S30 as the time frame for analysis would be the perfect case scenario. So since I'm recording this video for y'all, I'm gonna be using the smallest time frames, but I strongly recommend you to place deals for over 5 minutes with if you take 1 minute candles when you are by yourself. It's very important since our forecast needs some time to work out. It's not gonna happen right now, so keep that in mind, guys. The deal's expiration time is longer than the time of one candle. So I think we're about to see another intersection we're gonna the market at, but it's important to wait for the candle to form and settle in the chart. Then and only then can we enter safely. Although it may appear that we've entered a bit too high now, but we'll see how it goes, Basically, the price is getting out of this little accumulation zone. The downtrend is morphing into an uptrend, which gets confirmed by the indicator. We're entering the market upwards after the confirmation. As I've already said in the beginning, an extended expiration time isn't the only specialty of the strategy. Another thing is we only use signals to buy. We are very close to our goal of multiplying the initial account balance several times, and I suppose I'll show you the process of profits withdrawal on the pocket option platform. Around 5 seconds are left. The deal isn't in the best state. As you can see, the rise has significantly slowed down at the moment, but in the end of the day, we do get $460 of net profit thanks to this signal. I'm gonna go ahead and place another deal because the overall picture looks quite appealing. There's still some space for the chart to grow. After such a long fall, there has to be some kind of a decent retracement or even a complete trend reversal. If it's a correction or like a corrective retracement, we can take these Fibonacci levels and see where the important levels are. For instance, here are the levels the price started falling from. Let's see. Yeah, here are these levels, and here's where it fell. So the chart has to at least reach the 0.5 level or the 382 area. The price has just bounced off of the 382 level, but it should go at least half the way. This level is located higher, so chances are the rise in motion is to be continued for now. But that has nothing to do with our strategy. Nevertheless, I saw potential for an upward motion sequel since it just started to evolve, and we're closing a nice profitable deal. It's just amazing, guys. Let's find just one more for today and sum things up. I hope everything's clear so far. If you have any questions, text me in the comments So, another great moment to enter the market. Naturally, I'm betting $500. We've managed to earn a decent sum today, so there's no need to take higher risks. I mostly use larger deals amount for deposit acceleration purposes in order to make the money making process more fascinating. Because $100 or $200 profit is so little that I'm not even interested in making these educational videos with these sums. Whereas I, of course, recommend you guys to use your own risk management. Don't exceed it even if you're really sure about a certain case. It's always better and safer to follow your personal risk management. If you decided your deal would make up like 5 or 10% of your deposit, so be it. Follow this rule of yours. Trust me, following rules has never made things worse. Whereas there's countless ways of making things worse by breaking rules. I'm sure lots of people lose money on binary options, but that's not because it's impossible to make money here. They simply cannot manage their deposit properly. So, enough with the philosophy. Our deposit has already multiplied 5 times. That's incredible. We're opening the withdrawal section, entering the sum, which is $2,077 in my case, and withdrawing the entire net profit. And then we're entering our wallet ID or whatever payment info you've got or convenient for you, and entering the code sent to our email or mobile app. Clicking continue and waiting for the money to arrive into a payment service account we provided. It usually takes around 1 or 2 hours for me. It may take longer sometimes, but the process is usually very quick. So I genuinely trust this platform. Been trading here for a while now. So guys, thanks for watching. See you on today's free trading session on my Telegram channel. All the links are gonna be waiting for you in the pinned comment below this video. So good luck to y'all. Bye bye.